Thank you. Mr. Firth, how many current contracts do you have with the Government of Canada?
We have 0 contracts right now.
Okay. Is it not the case that you have one outstanding that ends at the end of March?
Nope. That was cancelled. The resources were pulled off the project.
Okay. And this is because you've been suspended from getting certain kinds of contracts with the government, correct? Suspended but not outright banned. Is that accurate?
Correct. We've been suspended. But
okay.
We've lost our security clearance. We've lost our security clearances as well, so we cannot actually bid on that work.
Okay.
Well, any work.
How are you informed about this change to your procurement status?
Well, at first we found out in the House of Commons when the minister declared it, but we weren't aware of it. And then secondly, we were let know by PSPC.
Okay, so the minister said it before the contract had actually been cancelled?
Yeah, and also before our security had been cancelled.
Okay, so what was the lag time between the minister saying it had happened and when it actually happened?
3 hours.
Okay, so it happened the same day. Who from PSPC contacted you?
Can I get that to you? I don't have it in front of me right now.
Can you get it to us by 5 o'clock?
I think it was on, by 5 o'clock, yes.
Okay. Were you contacted by any other departments?
Only those people who had resources remaining in there who actually removed the resources from their project.
Okay, on what dates were you contacted by other departments?
Again, can I kindly ask that I get that to you?
By 5, please. In the lead up to these changes, were you in discussions with government officials? Did you have any conversations about the possible suspension?
I had a conversation with a gentleman from PSPC where I indicated that I actually was going to terminate my security before it was suspended, because when you have no government contracts, it's kind of hard to get.
Who were you in touch with at PSPC? What's the gentleman's name?
I think his name's Nolan. No, Nolan was his first name, and I can't remember his last name. Sorry, Belleville.
Okay.
I think Nolan was his first name.
Okay, and could you give us dates for those discussions?
Yes, I can.
Okay. What does the GC and GC strategy stand for?
Sorry?
What does the GC?
Just Government of Canada. Just Government of Canada.
Okay, Government of Canada Strategies is the full name. Did you discuss your testimony today with anybody from the government?
No, I did not.
Okay. You'll confirm that, and we'll be able that you didn't just have any discussions with anyone?
I can confirm that.
Okay. Sir, I want to give you one more chance to answer the question that I asked previously. I think you should understand and appreciate the powers that Parliament has and the critical role that Parliament has in getting information from Canadians. And you may not like the criticism that entails, that sometimes flows from it, but we have a responsibility to stand up for taxpayers, and that includes being able to fulfill our functions as parliamentarians. So can you provide the names of the officials who you met with that I had previously requested for the contract where you sat down with government officials and worked out the terms of that contract? Can you provide the names of who you met with?
I appreciate the question, but unfortunately, again, I'm still taking the same stance that I was brought in here before the investigation was completed. And all assumptions is the RCMP has every allegation that's surrounding this. So at that point, I cannot interject.
Sir, have you been briefed by your lawyer on the constitutional principle of the supremacy of Parliament, the rights that parliamentary committees have when it comes to requesting information, the fundamental powers that in a democracy the legislature has to have? Have you been briefed on these issues? And if you have, then why do you persist in just disregarding those requirements?
I appreciate the question. So, unfortunately, I can't comment on that. But the conversations between myself and my lawyer are privileged.
You're privileged, all right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I think there's quite an assertion of privilege from you that ignores the rights and responsibilities of democratically elected legislative bodies. So
That is our time, Mr. Generous. Correct, but Mr. Generous says point of privilege. I think he's bringing up. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Chair. Simply this, that Mr. Firth has refused to answer direct questions that have been put to him by the Chair on behalf of this committee. This witness has shown complete disregard for the prerogatives and responsibilities of parliamentary committees when it comes to getting answers for Canadians. Chair, I believe that this is a violation of the privileges of this committee and that this needs to be attended to ensure that all parliamentary committees can insist upon responses to direct questions that are asked. Chair, if you agree that this is an issue of privilege, then I will be prepared to move the appropriate motion.
I've looked and I've chatted with the analysts, and I believe it is, sir.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Then my motion is that the committee instruct the clerk and analyst to prepare a report to the House, which the Chair shall table forthwith, outlining the potential breach of privilege concerning Christian Firth's refusal to answer those questions which the committee agreed to put to him, and his prevarication in answering others.
Thank you. The clerk is just sending it out to everyone's P9 right now. I'm happy to suspend for about a minute till it gets out to everyone. Now been received at everyone's P9. Are we, I don't see anyone's hands up. Are we in agreement with this then, colleagues? Besides Mr. Bacharach, we'll get you. Agreed? Wonderful.